Hello and welcome to My Little Country Living. I'm Tommy Ray. Today we're going to make a copycat orange chicken. It's going to taste just like the one you get from the Panda place. Okay? Alright, great. So let's go ahead and express our way through this recipe. Recipe is pretty simple. We're going to make it in two parts. First we'll make the chicken and then we'll go ahead and make the sauce. For the ingredients we'll go ahead and start with 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs, 1 egg, a half teaspoon black pepper, a teaspoon soy sauce, a 1/4 cup cornstarch, 1/3 cup all-purpose flour, and just another tablespoon of water. And for the ingredients for the sauce, we'll have 1/4 cup of orange juice, 1/2 cup brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of chili garlic sauce, a tablespoon of orange zest, and 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch mixed with a tablespoon of water. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we're going to start off by taking our chicken thighs and just cutting those into smaller pieces that are going to be bite-sized pieces that we'd like to have for the size of chicken we want for the orange chicken. So I'm going to cut each of these into about 1-inch size pieces. And it's easiest if you buy the chicken thighs that are already deboned as well. Although every once in a while you'll have a little bone in there that you gotta cut out. Okay, next you want to take a 1/4 cup of flour and you go ahead and mix that in with the chicken. Just so that chicken's totally covered in the flour. Once it's all mixed in, we'll go ahead and set that aside. And in a clean bowl, we're going to go ahead and mix together the egg, a little bit of salt, your black pepper, soy sauce, cornstarch together with a tablespoon of water. Okay, I'll start with my cornstarch. Add my egg. Teaspoon of soy sauce. Guess that was an overflowing teaspoon. Half teaspoon of black pepper. A tablespoon of water. Okay, let's mix that together. Okay, once that is all mixed together, we're going to take our chicken and dump that in there, and then make sure it's all coated with the batter. And you want to make sure you get batter all over every piece. We're going to fry this, and you want to have a good coating on each piece of chicken. Okay. So what we're doing now is we have our pan of oil that's heating up, and we're going to go ahead and make our sauce while we go ahead and heat that pan up. One of the things I want to show you is we do require a tablespoon of orange zest. Now with the orange zest, it's going to take the zest from about one orange. But it's really important when you zest the orange to only get the top layer of zest. Don't go down to the white part because that part's bitter. Just stay with the top layer of zest only and go around. Just keep turning your orange until you have all that top layer of the orange off. And that's going to be about your tablespoon that we're going to need for this recipe. And voila, there's your orange zest. Then we're going to go ahead and mix together the ingredients for our sauce. We're going to start with a ½ cup of brown sugar packed in there. And then to that, we will add a ¼ cup of orange juice. Two tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of chili garlic sauce. That is spicy, so if you don't like spice, you can cut that down, or just go ahead and just use a ½ teaspoon of garlic by itself with no chili. Okay, and here's our orange zest here, and as I mentioned, the zest of one orange is going to be about a tablespoon, and there you go. It is a full tablespoon. Lastly, we'll add about a ½ tablespoon of cornstarch. And a tablespoon of cold water. Let's go ahead and mix that together. Okay, while we go ahead and get ready to fry our chicken, we're going to go ahead and put our sauce into the pan, and we're going to go ahead and simmer that on low while we cook up the chicken. Okay, here's our chicken. We'll go ahead and drop the pieces into the pan, but make sure you're careful not to splash because you don't want to burn yourself. Each of those pieces should go ahead and cook for about a minute until it's crispy. You want to go ahead and give it a stir every once in a while here so that the chicken doesn't stick together in the oil. Okay, our first group is nice and golden brown, so we're going to go ahead and take them out and let those dry off on a plate that has a paper towel on them so that you can let any of the oil drip off. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and bake these instead. Go ahead and put them in your oven at about 400 degrees and bake them until they're golden brown. Now, if you bake them, they're going to come out nice and soft, but not crunchy. All right, let's go ahead and do our next batch of chicken. And if we take a look at our sauce, we can see that it is starting to simmer here. So we just want to give it a little stir to make sure that it doesn't burn. Okay, and here's our last batch coming out. Let's go ahead and get it dry, get the oil dry off of it. Now we can go ahead and take our chicken and pour it into our sauce mixture. Oopsie. I'm just going to stir that all together here to get the sauce all over it, and then serve it over rice and garnish it with a little bit of green onions. Okay, here we have our rice. We're going to go ahead and serve this over. That is a nice family style meal. Fresh. And that's ready to eat. Thanks for joining my Low Country Living as we made Copycat orange chicken just like at Panda Express. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and also please hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks.